for any more show TV so. And say Ghana Omampeni Ejaya Quine say Yanko na Yanko representing Ghana. Na young boy modern to win the title young winning in 40 years. Indeed, every player coach excellent year Emma full commitment. We are very committed towards the cause. Now we are very focused towards being competitive and winning an AFCON title for Ghana for the first time in 40 years. Unfortunately, no, Ankoye, and the league table, no, at the end of the first round, no, I show that picture clearly. Ankoye, Ghana, for the first time since 2006, qualify out of the group. A result, major Ghana football in him is extremely not happy about. A result, all the 28 players now, Coach Milo, excellent woman, and you're happy about. And I think it's most unfortunate, and we are so much sorry about this. It's so unfortunate. Every member of the squad, able to say you be winning AFCON title, no? From the day you to every member of the squad, and that's why me come with all the pride. Say for the first time, me who a group of dedicated blaster players are woman can discuss them ever. They never discuss money because their focus was not money. Their focus was to win the title for Ghana. Unfortunately, happened, and everybody is disappointed. And on behalf of the team, like I say, everybody is so sorry about this.
Oh, okay. Me give you pass president what did in come on the technical team, no coaches, no players, no penifo do amudi actually ekoye. Mosha, dear pa see. What might have accounted for this abysmal performance?
Yeah, we say it's a question where maybe some just to understand this year. And I'm still asking myself the same question. Take you over Black Stars tomorrow. Subsebio, Onya up to 4 clear days entering with team that before any competitive game. For all the games now, World Cup games now, last player of the team, they arrive on a Tuesday, Thursday, bubble, and on Friday, bubble. Now, you talk say AFCON, the my opportunity of 2 weeks to prepare. Unfortunately, out of the blue, and FIFA edit directive in the by say clubs can hold on to their players up to the 3rd of January. Into the last players, from England and from Spain and Belgium, Eba Blasters camp on the 4th of January. Tournament will start here on the 9th. Again, not up to 4 clear days, and a coach with the team. So you could see clearly say, team naturally improve match after match. First game you lose here, second game you draw. Third game now confirms the belief say, and more uninterrupted training.
Now say preparation. I can players or more foreign clubs near there. So may release your countries near there. No, when a Ghana and Ghana experiences Adibia, Emma Coach Milo or complaints as when you're in preparation.
Okay, so Sabio, as will be an story, as will be an answer. I cannot say for a fact Ghana and Ghana because countries be order maybe almost 2 foreign-based players, almost 3 foreign-based players. And now foreign-based players in Azerbaijan and now other smaller countries. Ghana na minimum 6 players in England. Back home Spain, 2 from Belgium, obviously. Who are 8, 9, 10 players almost fall into that category. They represent almost 70% and not 50% of your squad. Make me only about Ghana. I don't know about other countries. Circumstances are different, and it could also be say for other countries they didn't have a new coach. They have a coach on normal qualifications so they are used to each other. A different kaka. Milovan was a new coach after CK Akono. The circumstances are quite different.
And the only Milo dreams preparation, no when enough preparation.
When you say that is a fact. Say you enough time for training. Okay, calculated this is a fact. Right from the first game as a head coach of the Black Stars, ever AFCON it's a fact.
Oh, okay. President Pajo, government munya almost full support. Ain't been complaints be about more support on the team.
Baby. And maybe so platform there that Omampenya say, and the sector minister say. And say almost support to Blasters all the discussions went on well. Supported some of the team no. I have no complaints about it.
Players they call Cameroon, the president. Almost live up to expectation.
Well, I think Samajina or platform is so I apologize for the performance of the team now. It confirms being or not being able to qualify from the group was not enough. And Captain Didier Uekai, Jordan Uekai say this is not what they turn out to provide for Ghana.
Ghana for Bebre and so a complaint is players ni bia mode koya o ma prepare to wakasu ni ade DNT na mutumi o mokodru Cameroon so mo nkati mo.
Okay. Now every country register 23 players for tournaments. No? Ghana, your circumstances are different. And so you decided to say you're better opted for the opening now CAF regulations to go with 28 players. Okay. And that was to solve a certain need. What do I mean by this? Aurora Wakasu, a key member of our Black Stars, will play a pivotal role in previous games, including the last competitive game, national team, Eboe. But now our injury, he had pains in his left leg, and he was undergoing treatment. He'll be okay for the team. Now, Yako Doha training camp now, or started training now, and no relapse. Left leg medium, so he needed a bit more time. Same is applicable to Kudus, who is also a key member of the team. The decision was that Kudus will be available to the team at any point in the tournament. It will be good value for our Black Stars. Hence the decision to include him in the 28-man squad. I'm sure, sir, with the benefit of hindsight, it's very easy to criticize such a position by the FA and by the Tenkra team because Ghana exited at the group stage. But quarterfinals, no, I know who could do the team and also who were and can question with and so that decision was taken in good faith. We believe, sir, they will play a part at some point in the competition.
Oh, okay. Milo, Juma Potibe na mode ehye ninsa efa AFCON no mo ka so onkoji AFCON no mrana.
AFCON tournament Ghana winning in 40 years. So every coach be Obama who can say on several country by way of be the head coach now. The target and says so win the AFCON. And so aiming to win the AFCON. And so aiming to qualify for the World Cup. That should be primary on the agenda. And that also includes Milo.
The truth say more than a year say one winning AFCON na oye failure.
What was saying?
Is it true say mo catch Milo and more than she say AFCON went man ya na oye failure?
Oh, there was no such a discussion. I mean, the targets in his contract were very clear, and he clearly understands the targets in his contract. Okay. It's not disputable at all.
Sa performance your experience with Cameroon President F nankasa send mu technical team no.
Well, I think say share one department of the operation a performer in isolation it will be very problematic. I think say Yejuma is connected in one way or the other. Okay. The technical team obviously were appointed by the executive committee, and their responsibility was to recruit the best players for us, to train the best players for us, and to make sure that the best players are competitive to enable them to win tournaments, including the AFCON, and also to make it to the Mundial. Minuka say, the engineer winning AFCON, the engineer go even beyond the group stage. And this is a fact. And this is why I said we are very much sorry for such an outing. But the technical team didn't set out to fail. Not at all. Almost one more tournament, but I say, winning title.
Oh, okay. But Jonty says target by Pana Modiama Milu.
I'm saying target. I don't know whether I understand your question, but those target the man from day one.
From day one, yeah.
It's not different from a new thing come way. And I think some of the targets, and I'm more already my list what I don't know. Ultimately to win the AFCON, ultimately to qualify for the World Cup, and to be competitive at the World Cup.
Okay. And he says that man for we can is a performance pa AFCON year course ya Milo. One more Ghana can be brave so. And you know, or a failure.
Okay, the Americans say I share in the pain of everybody, me inclusive, because as a leader of football, no, I'm sure I'm the first person who wants to win the trophy. Who I'm in commercial, you also want the trophy. Coaching on also or achieve a lot with Ghana in the time past. So per se, or better than the record. So everybody wanted to be winners. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Okay, unfortunately, it didn't happen. And I'm saying, in we analyzing this situation, it's always important for all of us to have cool heads, to look at the circumstances, to look at how the operation went before we can be conclusive. Okay. Among other things, I have said here, the team, given the circumstances, didn't have enough preparatory period because of the directive by FIFA. And even for the competitive games now, Team Nebo and Akasano, most of the time, finish training 2 days. The results now are like a miracle for us. And it's not anybody's fault. Your players able to man on Sunday, able Monday, and some fly. So we have to make do with such a situation at all times.
Oh, okay. Speculations be great because so say o catch Milo say when to me anye AFCON na mutimi a second with that compensation cra.
You're losing the speculations, but also. Yeah. To me, I say Comoros, to me, I say Gabon, to me, I say Morocco, and the speculations but also. I mean, the matter I can say targets na FA, but the Milo, it's very clear. I mean, you're with speculations, you're with the facts. I mean, in fact, you say, so recruited the best players, so training players, so make sure that the players are competitive. The target says so winning AFCON. The target says so qualify to the World Cup and be competitive from the one that has been his targets, and those are still his targets.
President, unyin tum say Coach Milo wa mwae ewo AFCON na omwa Ghana football enzo.
Well, it's a very, very difficult question to be sincere. And to be fair, it is very, very difficult given their honor Milo Vanakasa achieved with Ghana before. I mean, just for the sake of this platform, it was a technical advisor to Salas Tete, U24 winning World Cup no Egypt, or the Chan team Eco Finance of the Chan, or Finance of the AFCON, or quarter finals, almost the semi-finals of the World Cup in South Africa. Okay, so given his rich history with Ghana, what he achieved with Ghana as perhaps the best expatriate ever to have coached Ghana by way of results, it's very difficult for us to jump into such a hasty conclusion. I have said here, say, he didn't make it at the AFCON in Cameroon, and that's a fact. Him run away from it, but that does not also mean say he cannot make it in another tournament. Some can say very difficult.
This is more GDA or Coach Milomu.
Let me say, how much you and your baby do. How much you and the team they do. To have a holistic review of the operations and go through all the processes now internally. You also go through no. Once we go through this.
Oh, okay. President, I'm saying, "Bia, one tia. Some I call Kwabontin baby. Ghana Football Association, led by Mr. Ket Okreku, selection call national team no. Say Nipakrono any more camper Nadia ebe friend da. The most of the players no this is our Momo camp and Sana with many invitation about national team. We are not
saying it's first of all it's so disrespectful not only to my leadership, to the leadership of the ESCO, which is made up of people with independent opinions, and also disrespectful to Coach Milovan and the rest of the Tinker team. Sabio, who belongs to Keto Kraku? Who? I mean, who? Why? Keto Kraku is an investor in Ghana football. I have football clubs. It's possible to say some of my players will be of the highest quality. And if it is they are of the highest quality and they attract the attention of any of the national team selectors, so be it. It's almost only Ghana for. The fact that every president should not deprive or deny any player from Dreams FC to be looked at by national team selectors or to serve their country. Almost only Ghana for. So it's unfair. It's unfair. Every player or represented Ghana who was chosen by Coach Milovan deserved to be there. Into Coach Michusu.
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Meet you, pa.
Oh, me.
Oh, okay. The amount for a player, amount for body, readily about amount for enum film and bafo. Say, no one can you have national team da.
Again, and can me narrow down to individuals, but it's very unfair on the young boy for people to target him. Film bafo, a bomber Dreams FC regularly. Onyahokwai served Ghana at the U20 level. He was one of the players who excelled at the U20 level on the African continent, and is the reason why national team selectors invite him to national team based on his performance. So why is being picked on? I think it's unfair. The young boy is a Ghanaian. He's worked his socks off at the club level. Sabio, it's a player. Into a limelight and now media publicity. It doesn't mean say the player is not a good player. From Bafo S7 Ghana at the U20 level or African champion, he got selected on merit into the national team and he deserves his opportunity. And you say a pick on him.
Mr. President, Ghana for a schedule play off the World Cup match. Yebekoni will serve team way.
I did say it's important for all of us to keep cool heads because Sabio players now on dedicated into this African campaign from the best players that we have. Defeats Abba. If we don't keep the family together, if we don't make peace with each other, we can't reorganize the team and be competitive. May very well say there are World Cup competition ahead of us. Players now, dedicated offer to serve Ghana. They are the very best we have. Let me catch up. Say so. Basically, naming 2-3 players of Lionel Messi, sir, or Ghana, even though they were available now. That should tell you clearly. Say the FA made every effort to ensure say every player which is needed by the Tinker team was made available to the Tinker team. And these are the players now you want. I say support to them. Now, to reorganize them to represent Ghana again.
Okay. With them says our performance, Yama bring back the love, no, I difficult power.
Yeah, of course. Blasters the premium brand. Blasters even when you fix the fundamentals, even when you fix the game administratively, now Blasters anyway near a hard. So I share in their concern. I mean, obviously everybody is sad about it, but at the same time, no, in that moment of grief, we need to find the strength to organize ourselves and to face life again.
Okay. President Salisu, Tariq Lamte, Naki Williams, Felix Fanijan, Sila, you know more dim commander.
You go so, any more dim come on. You go so, any dim come on. You leave any opportunity untapped in our attempt to get the best players for Ghana. And players are moving even beyond names now I mentioned. Because the whole idea is every player or a Ghanaian or of a highest quality or the desire to represent Ghana must be looked at by the Tinker team. And it's a vision we continue to pursue.
Oh, okay. And just a sports minister to suffer was a one in Asia number watching. Enocre.
Minister.
Okay. Minim the other two Ghana phone and him a fast tournament here, a Ghana co participate Uncle.
What was it?
Me say the other two Ghana phone and him a fast competition in a performance or Cameroon.
It's unfortunate the AC. Ghana for indesirable the AC no. Yeah, you play football and play the AC no. But in this time, you to me and we need to for Ghana. It is that same time I say you're finding the necessary energy, the support to the players now, because these are the best we have, and with the right support, in due time, Team We will give us the happiness we want.
Okay. President Ebedasipa na nyame yaduma da wo frebe sign won atwetwe enkomobium. Ini so abre papa.
Once again, yeah, very sorry about this, about the turnout. Andre, you and then the players are very sorry because this is not what they turned out to achieve.